Hezbollah has announced a bold new wave of attacks, claiming responsibility for a drone assault on high-profile Israeli military installations, including Israel's Defense Ministry headquarters in the central Tel Aviv Kiryat base. According to Hezbollah, these attacks mark an escalation in their tactics, deploying advanced drones to directly target what it describes as key symbols of Israeli military command. This development signals a significant intensification of hostilities as the Iran-backed group asserts itself more aggressively within the ongoing regional conflict. The alleged assault targeted not only Israel's military headquarters but also strategic military installations. Hezbollah reports that its squadron of drones successfully struck multiple targets, including the Amos base and a base associated with the IDF's 146th Division located in Nahariya, near Israel's northern border. The strikes appear carefully calculated, aiming at military facilities of symbolic and operational importance. In targeting these locations, Hezbollah is signaling its intent to directly challenge Israeli military operations and defenses. This aggressive maneuver underscores Hezbollah's continued technological advancements, as its drone capabilities allow it to strike with a precision previously unseen in the organization's history of conflict with Israel. Alongside these reported attacks, Hezbollah claims to have fired missiles towards Israeli Hermes 450 and 900 drones, unmanned aerial systems known for their surveillance and reconnaissance roles. According to Hezbollah, its strikes on these drones forced them to withdraw from Lebanese airspace, marking a rare and assertive move against Israeli aerial incursions. The action suggests that Hezbollah is increasingly willing to engage directly with Israeli surveillance efforts, a strategy that represents both an ideological stance against perceived violations of Lebanese airspace and a practical measure to protect its own assets and operations from Israeli intelligence gathering. The use of drones and missile fire to target Israeli facilities and intercept IDF drones reflects a broader shift in Hezbollah's approach to conflict with Israel. Traditionally, Hezbollah has relied heavily on rocket barrages and ground operations in skirmishes, but the group's recent focus on drone warfare underscores an adaptation to modern combat technologies. Drone strikes allow Hezbollah to carry out precise, targeted attacks with lower risk to its personnel, all while exerting psychological and tactical pressure on Israeli defenses. The group's growing fleet of drones, along with their alleged successful targeting of high-security sites, signals a critical evolution in the region's asymmetric warfare, with Hezbollah aiming to counter Israel's long-held technological edge. Hezbollah's escalation also appears designed to send a message to Israel and the international community that the group's strategic capabilities and ambitions are expanding. By targeting sites as significant as Tel Aviv's defense ministry and operational bases along Israel's northern border, Hezbollah is not only challenging Israel's military posture but also demonstrating its readiness to confront Israeli defenses at an unprecedented level. This move comes amid heightened regional tensions, with Hezbollah's ally, Iran, also signaling its growing involvement in supporting proxy groups across the Middle East. The timing of these attacks is notable, as Hezbollah's campaign against Israel intensifies against the backdrop of regional upheaval. Iran's influence in Lebanon, Syria, and other regional hotspots has afforded Hezbollah a robust logistical and technical network, which it has leveraged to expand its drone and missile capabilities. Hezbollah's efforts to intercept Israeli drones and counter surveillance add another dimension to the group's strategy, as it seeks to protect its operational security while simultaneously pushing back against Israel's technological reach. Israel has yet to confirm or deny Hezbollah's claims regarding these strikes. The IDF typically responds with caution to allegations of successful attacks on its facilities, as it assesses the potential strategic and operational impacts. However, Israel has long expressed concern over Hezbollah's growing arsenal and its attempts to breach Israeli defenses. If confirmed, these attacks would represent one of the most significant challenges to Israeli military security in recent memory, underscoring Hezbollah's enhanced capabilities and its willingness to use them in an escalating campaign. Israeli intelligence has closely monitored Hezbollah's buildup, particularly the group's acquisition of drones and advanced missile technology reportedly supplied by Iran. The IDF has periodically conducted airstrikes on convoys and warehouses in Syria and Lebanon believed to be transporting weapons to Hezbollah. Nevertheless, The group's persistence in acquiring and deploying advanced technology suggests it remains undeterred and ready to intensify its operations against Israel. By striking critical infrastructure and intercepting Israeli drones, Hezbollah aims to present itself as a powerful force capable of inflicting real damage on Israel's military infrastructure. For Israel, Hezbollah's claims serve as a potent reminder of the strategic risks posed by adversaries armed with increasingly sophisticated technology. In response, Israel may be compelled to ramp up its surveillance and preemptive strike campaigns targeting Hezbollah's assets, infrastructure, and supply lines. However, any intensification of Israeli responses risks triggering broader confrontations along the Lebanese-Israeli border and potentially drawing in other regional actors. Hezbollah's attacks on high-profile targets are likely intended to provoke a response, one that could ultimately serve its political and ideological objectives by framing Israel as an aggressor in the eyes of Hezbollah's supporters. The situation also poses diplomatic challenges for both Israel and Lebanon. The Lebanese government, which has struggled to exert control over Hezbollah's operations, faces pressure from both local and international actors regarding Hezbollah's activities. Israel, meanwhile, must balance its security needs with the diplomatic fallout of engaging in an escalated conflict that risks civilian lives and infrastructure in Lebanon. Hezbollah's actions are calculated to heighten Israel's security concerns while complicating its decision-making process, as any retaliation would have repercussions within Lebanon and across the region. The escalation underscores the fragile nature of the current Middle Eastern landscape, where technological advancements and geopolitical ambitions intersect. As Hezbollah continues to claim responsibility for increasingly complex and high-stakes operations, the risk of an uncontrolled escalation remains a critical concern for all parties involved. The use of drones and missile strikes to target vital infrastructure represents a bold move by Hezbollah, one that aims to test Israeli defenses and exert influence over the larger strategic narrative of resistance and power dynamics in the region.